Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the maths problem of the day. And today we're going to just do this question here. Write the equations of three lines that pass through 1 and 4. The coordinate 1 and 4. So if you imagine this question by drawing a graph of it, if you understand the concept, then you don't need to draw the graph, but just to explain this question to you, so we have x and y axes, we have x on 1, y is 4, and let's draw a dot where that is 1 and 4. And basically we want three lines that pass through this dot. So basically let's just draw any random three straight lines, 1, 2, 3. Basically we want the equation of these three lines. Now if you remember the straight line equation formulas that we learned a few. There was y equals mx plus c. That's a straight line equation, also called the gradient intercept form. We also had y minus y1 equals m bracket x minus x1, and basically these are the two main equations that we have for equations of a straight line. So what we want to do now is substitute the information that we know into one of these equations. Now for the purpose of solving this question, I'm gonna pick the second equation here, simply because we don't know what the y-intercept is yet. So in this first equation we have to know what the y-intercept is, and it's kind of hard for us to predict the y-intercept of each of these lines. So the second equation, we don't need to know what the y-intercept is, so let's just go with the second one. So we want three lines, the equations of three lines. So let's do line number 1. And so our equation is y minus y1 equals m bracket x minus x1. And let's substitute the information that we know into the equation. So the coordinates 1 and 4, I'm gonna substitute them into x1 and y1. Okay, so I have y minus 4 equals m bracket x minus 1. Now you might say, why did I choose to substitute them into x1, y1? What does the 1 mean? Well, basically y minus y1, x minus x1, they're both x and y coordinates. So if you had 2 points, then you can simply substitute the first point into x and y, the second point into x1, y1. But since we only have 1 point, you can substitute them into either x and y or x1, y1, it doesn't matter. Because if you remember, this equation is simply a rearrangement of the gradient, which is m equals y minus y1 over x minus x1. That's where this equation comes from. The equation for gradient equals rise over run. So we have substituted in the numbers. Then we can simply use the concept that all of these lines, the three lines, can have any gradient you want, because it simply says write the equation of three lines. It doesn't say what gradient they have to be. So you can just substitute in any number you want for m. So I'm just going to say line 1, the gradient is 2, right, because you're making this number up. So y minus 4 equals 2 bracket x minus 1. Now you simply simplify everything by expanding, so that's 2x minus 2. I've just expanded the bracket. Now I'm going to move the minus 4 to the other side, so y equals 2x minus 2 plus 4, which is y equals 2x plus 2. Alright, so that's the first equation, the first line. Now line 2, I'm going to speed it up a little bit. So we have y minus y1 equals m bracket x minus x1. I'm going to make the gradient equal to 4 this time. So y minus 4, actually 4 is a bit confusing. I'm going to make it gradient equals 6. So y minus 4, remember this line still passes through the point 1 and 4, so that's why I'm substituting 1 and 4 into x1 and y1 still. 6 x minus 1, so y minus 4 equals 6x minus 6, y equals 6x minus 6 plus 4 is minus 2. So that's our second line. And the third line, I'm just going to follow the same kind of steps. So I'm going to make the third line gradient is negative 2. So y minus 4 equals negative 2 bracket x minus 1. Y minus 4 equals negative 2x plus 2. So y equals negative 2x plus 2 plus 4 is plus 6. So that's the equation of the third line. So we have our three equations. I'll just circle them using a different color for you. So that's our first equation. Oops, different color. That's our first equation. That's our second equation, and that's our third equation. Okay, thanks for watching the tutorial. See you next time.